Good evening, Sorely Nation, and welcome back to Mentor, Ohio, Mentor Civic Center, for a cross-Commonwealth collision of colossal combatants. It's the Philadelphia Junior Flyers taking on your Pittsburgh Penguins Elite. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cine TV. And here we are in Ohio, a meeting of Pennsylvania squads, and I'm joined in the oven this time again, for the second time, by Dave Fagan.
East versus West here, Jer.
So you'll get the experience of what it's like to not have to call your kids' game. Those are the ones that are a little more relaxing as a goalie dad. It's like you're invested and you want, but you're also like not chewing on your nails every time a shot comes through.
Once a goalie dad, always a goalie dad.
So
cheer them all on.
We are here in Mentor, Ohio, just down the road from Cleveland, home of the Cleveland Browns, the Cleveland Indians, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, better known as the Mistake by the Lake. A city once so polluted they caught a river on fire.
That was so polite.
A rallying cry here as the Pens and Flyers come together, this one for the Commonwealth.
We got a big match here.
So these two teams met earlier, not that long ago, in Buffalo. A 3-1 Flyer victory to send them to the finals of the Sabre Invitational. Penguins are gathered around their net front. Oh. Let's get ready for this one, making sure everything's in order. Turning the pick game on for a second, just in time to watch Syracuse score, so that sucked. Pitt had the ball back, first down. I got to keep track of that one as well. The Penguins break the huddle. They get lined up here, your starting lineup. Brought to you by the training table at the Lemieux Center. In net, number 29, Preston Clutter. Your defense, the lucky 77 Jake Starr. Number 7, Tino Villela. Up front for the Penguins, your forwards, number 11, Jack Reel. Number 43, Cameron Evans. And number 10, Luca Filiaggi.
Let's get it on, boys.
For the Commonwealth, the opening draw. Won by Filiaggi, back to Villela. A low control going behind his own net. Starr over to Reel. Reel tried to one-touch it to Filiaggi. It's picked off, fired in, kicked away by Clutter, and the rebound sent wide of the Penguins' cage. They'll try to break out on the near side here as Evans will look for Reel. Lynn gets control for the Flyers. Evans will battle at center ice to take it back, and Albu will dump it in behind the Penguin goal. He's Starr gathering the puck in. Ranking it at Reel. They're going to say it was deflected. I don't know what it was deflected off of. The wall? No icing. It comes into the Flyer end for a one-touch out the center. Off their Heidel control there. Filiaggi to the line. Weaving in. Takes a bump from Schulberger. A shot up high by Filiaggi is gathered in by Lou.
Same guy that waved it off was the same guy that come out without his helmet on. Just had a cap.
The ball cap on earlier. Skating around, forgot his lid. It'll be Paris now to the face-off dot. Gostick and Carter on the wings. One straight back to Gostick. He tried to go down the boards. We picked off by Phillies. Schulberger, I believe, there. Oh, maybe Regier. McCormick battling for it. It'll be Carter coming away with it, getting it deep for Gostick. Gostick coming together with Schulberger. Cross ice feed comes off the skate of Kaminsky. It'll be gathered in by Spang. chopped to the outside by Kaminsky. A centering pass comes off of a flyer stick right to Ofterheide. Up the outside for Gostick, flying down the near side. Into the corner, laying it up top. He was looking to go to the point. Ofterheide joining the rush there. It's Carter covering for him as Ofterheide defends through the neutral zone. Stini weaves in. Ofterheide loses his stick. Good shot block by Carter. Carter will take the body along the boards. Now Parrish follows on. Parrish battling in deep. Shoulder by Ofterheide, who's without a twig. Julius tries to kick it forward. It's taken off the wall. Two players in front for the Flyers. Couldn't quite control. A cross-ice feed will come off of Kotzen. He tossed behind. It's Christini behind the Penguins net as he sends one all the way through the crease. Jott coming in on Clutter. He's able to keep it out. It's now behind the net. Flyers play catch behind the Penguins cage. And they'll try for the point. It'll miss everybody. Gostick up on that forecheck again. The Flyers, Johnson. To the outside for their Hartman. We've got one, they've got one. Tossed around by Merlot, up for McElmurray. McElmurray through center. A couple players come together at the blue line. It'll be the Flyers taking control and dumping it in Hartman's. Behind the net is Clutter, setting it up for Starr. Starr tries to go up the wall to the Penguins version of Hartman. Turn back the other way for McElmurray. He stops, sends it across to Starr. Starr up for Hartman. Hartman with a one touch at the red line. And there's McFall on the forecheck. It's swatted from behind by Lynn. He'll jump around a player. Here comes Hartman, a 4-on-2 developing here for the Flyers into the Penguin zone. A shot down low, avoids the 4x6. I think it's Devyakin getting it further into the Penguin zone. Hartman facilitates a breakout on the far side. McFall has it roll off of his stick. It'll be picked up by Lynn. Lynn under immediate pressure. McElmurray and Merlot team up to take the puck away. A feed up ice, looking for McFall. He's trying to get that tricky poke. He could poke it by and break free as the Flyer defense of McCormick takes it all the way around the zone once. Second time he fires it down low, looking for a deflection. It'll be cleared to the line, but no further. Lynn knocks it down. He's bumped. Following on Hartman. Hartman will get control. Gain, no, didn't gain center red.
Flyers were moving down there in the offensive zone.
Half a step away from getting center red, so it'll come back as an icing with 11 minutes to go. It'll be Filiaggi on the far side. Lined up against Kotzen. One towards the middle. Real forced it to the point, no further. Flyers play catch, they'll break free in front. There's Clutter sprawling out to get a save. Sweet buttery crumpets. That was a beauty.
That was a hell of a save there. I don't know if I can say that, but I will.
Can. If people don't like it, they can turn it off.
Let's get some more likes here.
Looks like Andy joining us on the chat bright and early. First chatter, I love it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below. As a rolling puck will be tried to be gathered in on the backhand by Reel. He'll get to it on the forehand, throw it off the wall. We Evans up on the forecheck. We haven't had the puck in this end very much early going. Here's Filiaggi up. As the Flyers try to counterattack, it'll miss everybody and be picked up by Ofterheide. Ofterheide saucing one to Filiaggi. He crisscrosses with Evans. They'll drive in onside. Filiaggi fakes inside, moves it outside. They'll switch behind the net this time as he centers one for Reel. It'll come free to Evans. Evans is backhander. Stick on puck blocked. Gathered in by the Flyers. Kotzen up ice for Spang. Penguins with plenty of defenders back as Starr keeps Spang to the outside. Now Filiaggi trying to sauce one. It'll come off of Evans and then McCormick. Evans tried to pop it by. Good read by McCormick there to intercept that. Back comes McCormick through center. Poked away by Villela. We've seen those poke checks of the Penguins throughout the weekend. Schulberger carrying behind his own net. Under pressure by Paris. Now Gostick. And ultimately, Shub getting deep in the play. In the middle, Paris coming away with it. Cutting to the middle, trying to go down low to Gostick. Good stick there. I think that was McCormick again. Banked off the wall for Shub. Shub centering pass. Everett, the only one there. We'll bank it out to center Villela. Villela for the Penguins. Firing it all the way back in to the Flyers zone. Lou out to get it. Schulberger will stop and start behind his own net.
Uh-oh.
A potential turnover. Schulberger stays with it, forcing it to center.
Great defensive play back there.
As an indirect feed will find Gostick. Gostick with Paris. He'll try the high short side off the glove. Good save. Penguins with a 2-on-1 chance here as they've ratcheted up their pressure. Early advantage of the Flyers mid part of the period so far. I think it's been the Penguins. As Shub battles along the boards. Rolius rolling puck. Now Shub booted by Gostick, but gathered in by the Flyers. Down the outside. Defended to the outside perfectly by the fine wine Merlot. As Parrish will go indirect off the wall for McFall. Ultimately, a rolling puck will be brought out by Gostick. Angled to the outside. Weaves in around one. Now two. A shot down low, kicked out by Lou. McElmurray to it, behind the net. Dangerous Penguin forward here. He twists and turns. Looking for a player in front. Couldn't get it through. Penguins have completed a line change as Carter jumps up on the forecheck. Rimmed around by the Flyers, and they'll try the far side for a breakout. Off of a streaking Flyer skate picked up by McElmurray. He's bumped but maintains control as Alfterheid flips it for McFall. He'll glove it down, pick it up himself. A one-on-one opportunity. As he's in, weaving, a puck will come off of a stick up high. McFall trying to put one back in towards the middle. Flyers will counter, tag it's Lynn. Over the line, back pressure by McElmurray. They'll battle all the way to the corner. A centering feed by Lynn. Great stick on puck block there by Alfterheid. Keep that puck away from his goaltender. Here comes McElmurray. He looks to be flying out there today.
That boy can move.
Christini with it for the Flyers. Poked away by McElmurray, but gathered back in. Christini tries to set a couple players up and split them to be defended well by the Penguins. And they'll flip it all the way down to the other side. Noble Johnson tracking it. Evans on the forecheck. Evans disrupting that forecheck. As Filiaggi follows on now. To the outside to be taken away by Evans.
Great keep
Stop
by
it
Evans.
right in front of the Flyer line. He gets hit, but the Penguins are in action. Down low. Johnson bodied by Filiaggi. Reel will pull it out. Rimming it up to the point. They go low to high. I love that. Here's Villela to Starr. Starr will fire one in. It kicked away by the goaltender at the last second. Rebound was sitting there, but no Penguins could get to it. Another shot. This one bounces in. Rolling puck will be swatted down and covered up.
Looks like the Pens have finally got some mojo going here, Jerry.
6:08.
Nice pressure down the offensive zone.
Yeah, the early pressure by the Penguins has been counterattacked here by the Flyers has been counterattacked by the Penguins. You think you're watching an NHL game, it's because these jerseys are very similar. Flyers with that junior Flyer logo on the chest of their black and gold uniforms. Penguins in their whites. My favorite version of their current uniform with the Penguins logo on the chest, black pants, white socks, and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmets. Referees get everybody lined up. It'll be one clean lead. A real shot from Starr is gobbled up again.
Nice shot by Starr.
Looks like maybe the Vengeance play next. See a bunch of Vengeance players coming in. Maybe we'll catch a little bit of that after this one.
Vengeance coming off a win 2-1.
Looks like Filiaggi again at the line. Sends it over to Reel. He tries to force it in towards the cage. Filiaggi. Pressure to the outside. Reel will battle. Pass comes all the way across. Pressure by the Penguins allows Reel to pick it off. He'll find Evans. Evans with Filiaggi. Angled to the outside well by McGordy. But Filiaggi will have it centering pass come off the stick of Reel, right to Starr, rimmed around behind. It'll skip under the stick of Evans. Followed on, though, by Reel. Gale works in behind. He's hooked and then tripped and no call. Starr all the way behind again, this time Reel. Looking. Trying to stick handle away from that one. It'll be gathered by the Flyers and put up the wall for Julius to send back on what'll be an offside call. With 5 minutes to play, it's a 5:14. It's a 0-0 contest here. Penguins Flyers from Mentor, Ohio. Harris to the dot. He'll win it back to the fine wine Merlot. He'll dump it in. Schulberger gathers. Banked off the wall as they try to come out to center. It's poked by Lynn. Merlot there. Keeping things to the outside again as a shot comes all the way through the Penguins crease. It'll be Schulberger now with a heavy shot from the point off of a Penguin glove, and the rebound cleared behind the net by the Pens but gathered in by Philly. Schulberger working up high at the point. He'll play catch with McCormick. His shot kicked out, and the rebound cleared by the Penguins. Here's Schub with it. Across for Paris. Paris darting in onside play. Leaving it up top for Shuby. Shuby pinned against the wall. Flyers follow on. Kaminsky pokes it off the stick. It'll be Schub peeling it off the wall now. Trying to come through a few. Schulberger with a heavy hit, but it comes to Paris for a shot that rises up and over the cage.
That was a jarring hit at center ice almost there.
Shuby right back in the mix. I think he got 2 Flyers for the price of 1.
Shuby's having a great game.
Doing Shuby things as Albu will send it back to Johnson. Banked off the board. Here's Ever. Dumping it into the Penguins end. Kaminsky. First one to it for the Penguins. He'll reverse to Ofterheide. Good communication by the Penguins as they've got time and space here to carry all the way to the center red line before it's taken back by Philly. Kaminsky now with it. He'll force it to the Penguin line again. Gathered in, nice move there. Johnson as his cross ice pass for Christini is picked off by Ofterheide and dumped deep. McElmurray in after it. Under immediate pressure are the Flyers defense. They'll rim it all the way around. Here's Christini firing one cross ice. He's got Spang. Spang joined by Kotzen. 2-on-2 developing. Spang will shoot one off the pad of Clutter. Good rebound control again by the Penguin netminder. Here comes Gostick like a bull through the neutral zone. Weaving in, firing one again, high short side. That'll avoid the cage and work as a clear by the Flyers. Malello get it in his own end. Go off the boards indirectly to Starr. Starr able to pick it up moving forward. As it go off of Gostick. Poked at by McElmurray. Penguins can't control, but it'll be Starr ultimately coming away with it. Up high off the glass right at the penalty boxes. Flyers will gather it in. It's Schulberger. Nudged to the outside by McElmurray. He'll carry all the way into the Penguins' end. Defended by Starr. Schulberger knocked down. Here comes McElmurray. On the rush. Can he get Gostick? Twisting at center is the Penguin forward. Tries to pull it around a defenseman. Will be supported well by Philadelphia. Penguins are coming off a 5-1 it was, right? 5-1 win over the Marlies. Gostick sends McCormick to the ice. Dumped in by the Penguins, no icing. Iliagi on the forecheck. Can he play takeaway? 3 Flyers there as he wreaks havoc. Evans will get it. Around one and back to the corner. Driving it in on net is Filiaggi. Flicked the backhander towards the cage one-handed. Merlot with a shot now. It'll come free to Evans. His shot fanned on. He'll stay with it. Tipping it to Filiaggi for a shot. That shot will miss the net. Here's Reel in the corner. Back to the point. Looking for Merlot. It's intercepted and out comes Christini. Christini weaving through center. As the Penguins try to poke at it, he'll carry it around and fire one that's, I believe, blocked by the sweep check there of the Penguin back checker. Merlot battling. Now Filiaggi wedges it up the wall. Penguins are out of the zone. It's Evans across for Reel. It's just in his feet. Following on, though, Julius will dump it in. Johnson reading it, getting back there first. He's been retrieving these Penguin dump-ins quite well. Filiaggi with the back check. as the Flyers have a potential 3-on-2. Shooting one. That's blocked by Kaminsky. Put to the corner. Picking it up, the Penguins. That'll be Filiaggi sending it all the way to the Flyer line. Penguins looking for a line change as Real swipes the puck away. Has it just roll off of his stick as he could have been gone. Good play there as the Penguins back up on the forecheck. Here's Carter. Back to Kaminsky for a heavy shot that'll come off of a stick. Get a whistle. Head off, perhaps? Yeah. Dislodged cage behind the Penguin goalie. All right, only 13 people watching right now? That surprises me. All your friends, tell them to tune in.
Stop eating dinner and join the game.
It's like Danielle Fagan in Florida.
Yes, Florida. Visiting some relatives.
Wait. You got to come to Mentor. She got to go to Florida?
Hey.
I'm not going to say you got the raw end of that deal, but buddy, I mean.
Father-son time is always important, right, Jerry?
When they play well. No, just kidding.
We got 20 seconds left in the period here, folks.
As Lynn scoots in, short side shot. Kept out by the gold-padded Preston Clutter.
Clutter is seeing that puck very well right now.
It'll be McCormick down to Lynn. He shoots one. It'll go wide. It's cleared to the outside by McCormick. Carter over there to battle along the boards. As that horn will indicate the end of the first period. First period, it's all back and forth action. And really, I felt like a tale of two halves there. Flyers early, Penguins a little bit more late, maybe evening out in those last couple of minutes. But a good period nonetheless.
It was a strong period by both.
Some good saves by Lou at one end, Clutter at the other. Good defensive play thus far, a 0-0 tie. It looks like unofficial shot clock, according to the scoreboard, has the Flyers leading 8-7 in shots. I don't know how accurate it is. I haven't really been paying that close to it. It seems about right.
It does.
We don't have the Commodore here to give us the Commodore's unofficial shot clock, but I'm sure he's listening. Now there we are, 46. I was going to say, it said 13 for the longest time. There's no way there were only 13,000 people watching. Now there's 46,000 tuned in. It was your shout-out. You drew them all. Drew them all in.
I'm electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Goalies are doing some net minding down here, trying to get the nets taken care of here. Something that the refs should be taking care of, but Fagan's out there helping out both sides, I guess you could say.
The flight of the hockey parent as the parents go from one side to the other. I also like this little tradition. The Penguins, in a lot of the teams, the goalie not in net comes out and warms up a little bit in between periods and stretches. I think that's massively important because you just never know when you're going to get called on.
It's always good to stay fresh, stretched out, and ready to go at a moment's notice. Preston is looking hot in net right now.
So the Penguins will line things up again here against the Flyers. It'll be Lynn, Albu, Everett, Schulberger, and McCormick for Philly. Star, Villela, Hartman, Carter, and Paris. The 5 Penguins.
I love that blazing 7 on the defense there. Not going to drop it.
An interesting scene before the game as the police were called on the Flyers team for playing obscene music in the park. They were looking for Coach McCormick's head, I believe. He was able to sweet talk his way out of it. But with a face like Coach Al's, how could you blame him? We're back underway in the second. It's Schulberger carrying through center. Finds Lynn. Just crossing into the offensive zone. He'll cut to the middle. Feathering one across for a shot that's off the outside of the cage by Albu. The diving Clutter coming across to challenge it. Come off of Villela. Now Hartman. knocked against the wall. It's tossed all the way around. Here's Starzy. Up off the boards, Carter. Carter. Able to get it out to center. Lynn will put it back in the Penguins' end and put 2 gloves right in the face of Villela. There's Carter getting it back out to center. It'll bounce off of Hartman's stick. McCormick under pressure from Paris. Poke that. Here's Carter to it. He'll dump it in. I think maybe the message here at intermission for Philly was to get physical. Physical. They want to get physical.
Olivia Newton-John.
As the Flyers, Christini will put one off of Rugger's skates. Picked up by the Penguins. It's Kaminsky. Banked off the boards for Shuby. Shuby up for Gostick. He'll turn with it. As they battle at the boards, Gostick able to put it all the way in behind the Flyer cage. Up on the forecheck was McElmurray. Back come the Flyers, but right there's Gostick to take the puck away.
Great back check.
Flyers able to get control again as Kaminsky will stand up a Flyer forward. But they swipe it away. Christini, forehand, backhand, tried to feed it across. A rolling puck pushed away by Alfterhide, finally cleared by the Penguins. But they couldn't exit the zone. Penguins turn it over there to the outside. Shot, pass, in front, kept out by Clutter. What a save.
Awesome save. He had his eyes on that one the entire time.
Penguins now with a potential 2-on-1 that comes just off Gostick's stick. Now McElmurray takes a trip. Just got his stick into the skates. Down goes a Flyer, and the Penguins will head to the sin bin. Good call. No argument there.
Pens have been strong on the PK.
They have.
Let's see how we fare on this one. I got faith in the boys. Always have.
It'll be 5-on-4 here for the Flyers. Vaunted power play. They'll put out Lynn, McGordy, Divyakin, Schulberger, and McCormick. It's Evans, Reel, Merlot, and Julius for the boys in white. Puck deflection there by Reel, but can't get it all the way out of the zone. Penguins good positioning as they stay on that defensive side of the puck. Schulberger will be forced to dump it in. Merlot under pressure as it knocked away. Flyers will get it up top to Schulberger, all the way across to McCormick. No quarterback from the point as he goes down to Lynn. Back up for McCormick. McCormick poked by Evans, but he'll come around him. Off of Merlot, who blocks one. He'll toss it around for Reel. Comes weird off the boards and doesn't get to the Penguin player. Julius runs into somebody in the corner. Schulberger will pull it off the line, trying to get out to the front of the net. Will turn him to the outside as they go low, trying to work it out of the corner. Now to come to the point.
Good call by the ref. I thought I saw the net
again?
come off, yes.
These nets popping off, maybe in an advantageous time. Penguins will be able to get a line change about 55 into the penalty.
It's almost a reminiscence of the nets up in Buffalo.
It'll be the lucky sevens with McFall and Filiaggi. Penguin penalty killers. Flyers changing lines as well. It's Spang and Christini out with Lynn. Bill Schulberger, McCormick at the point. So they've changed 2 players. At least it'll be Schulberger coming off the wall. Good back pressure by McFall. And now the arm is raised as the Penguins brought Schulberger down. They'll get an extra attacker here and make it 6-on-4. Penguins might be okay with this as long as the puck stays out of the net. Kicked away by Clutter, cleared by Villela. And so with 6 seconds left on the first penalty, McFall's going to head off.
Great job by the Pens in front on that delayed penalty, and Preston getting a leg pad on that. Kicking it out to the side.
So let's keep an eye here. It's 5-on-3, but only for 6 seconds. You'll have McElmurray coming out of the box. If the Penguins can win this draw and fire it up, you may see a potential scoring chance. Going back the other way, shorthanded. Filiaggi at the dot.
Got a little stick chatter going on.
They'll face off with Lynn. Flyers will win it back to Yale. 1 second and 0. So it's a 5-on-4. Now a shot reaches wide of Clutter, and they'll pounce on it on the opposite side.
Preston flopping down, making sure nobody gets on that puck.
So the Penguins back to 5-on-4 now.
They've had a very good weekend on that shorthand.
You don't want to mess too much with the Flyer power play here. Penguins have another minute and 20. It'll be Filiaggi. Won by Lynn. Ormick will set up at the point. Filiaggi got a stick to it that affects the shot and kind of slowed it down. Clutter had to stay with it. Great work.
Multiple saves on that one, Preston.
Filiaggi pressuring Cristini as Lynn gets a shot off down low.
Another great kick save.
Lynn now Cristini. Cristini walks it down the line, firing it to the corner. Here's Yale with it to the point for McCormick. Pressured by Filiaggi. Carried around behind Cristini, wraps it around, tries to hit a player in front. It'll come off of a stick and be cleared by the Pens. Can they get anybody off? They probably could handle at least one player change. As Filiaggi forechecks Lynn and disrupts. McCormick follows on. His shot wide of the net, bounces up on top of the back of the cage. It'll be battled for, dug off the back of the net. Spang will find Cristini. Now the Flyers will set up again. Penguins backing off a bit. They'll go down low. Trying to go out one side, pull it back the same way. And now the Penguins are going to get an arm raise as Spang hauls down McElmurray. And we're going to go back the other way for a power play. So the Flyers with two big power plays here in the first 5 minutes. They spent all of it in the Penguin zone with the man advantage, but now the Penguins are going to have a chance. Spang heads off, just under 10 minutes to play, 0-0 game. Flyers got a lot of shots there. They're up to 15-7 in the first 5 minutes here, but it's been with the man advantage. What can the Penguins do with an extra attacker? It'll be Paris, Real, Evans, Kaminsky, and Ofterheide. Controlled by Philly. Schulberger behind the net. Runs it around. Rugger to the point. Chopped that by Ofterheide. Will gain possession. Faking one way. Putting it up the outside. Real chops at it. And the Flyers take over. Good move around one. Kotzen shoots it in towards Clutter. Harris all the way around for Ofterheide. Cross ice feed. It'll come to Paris. Penguins forward will carry it in, setting things up. Penguins man advantage. Still has a minute left. Pass by Paris will elude everybody and end up out at center for Ofterheide. Penguins will have to regain the zone here. Penguins have gotten in and gotten set up. Evans will turn off the wall. He'll gain the zone this time. Fakes one way, attacks the other. Around one, in front, Paris with a one-timer.
My.
He was hauled down and couldn't get the shot off. Back come the Flyers to the line. It looks like Kotzen with a shot. Clutter will get it, snag it, try to play it. And we'll get a line change here for the Pens. A minute into the man advantage.
Pens Lumber's doing good in the center of the ice there, helping Preston out. Those last few runs to the defensive end, especially on that penalty kill. They're looking stronger.
I guess the game after us is Marley's Vengeance. See both those squads here. And just goalie in St. Killian's own Darren Riley walking in front of us right now. That's Filiaggi. Gains the offensive zone, carrying to the outside. Delays one way, carries around behind the cage now. He'll switch with Julius. Filiaggi controls, comes up high, fires one. That finds the leather, and it's held on to.
Nice wrist shot there by Filiaggi.
The Penguins with a couple shots here with the man advantage. 3 seconds left with the power play. Flyers have controlled more of the second period, but the Penguins get a little bit of lift from the 2 penalty kills. And now the power play. Be good to get back to 5-on-5 hockey here in a minute. Merlot lined up, ready to defend Spang out of the box. And he'll have to as the Flyers win the draw. Following on was Hartman. He couldn't get control. That went Filiaggi with pressure. The Flyers work it all the way out the center. Cross ice by Hartman. Defended to the outside as the Flyers carry it behind the net. Merlot following on Julius. Hartman tried to center one. It'll be picked off by the other Hartman. Filiaggi will play takeaway. He's got a stick under his arm. He'll dump it in. And the Flyers will counterattack again. Oh, Julius has a poke off of his stick. Right back to Everett, who drives in. Devyakin will fire one towards the cage. Blocked by the Flyer forward, who tried to deflect it. Schulberger will keep it alive.
Fantastic play by Julius, tying that offensive player up from the Flyers.
Bouncing puck. Tipped to the outside. Gathered in by Hartman. Will go up to the point for Yale. Yale fired all the way around. Hartman tried to cut a pass off to the point. McGordy peels off the wall, gets a shot. Penguins will clear it. Hartman up with the pressure. Ian McElmurray as the Flyers will dump it in again. Penguins kind of caught in our own end here for a bit. Need to get it up ice. Got to clear to change. Here's McElmurray. Back to Merlot. Merlot firing it all the way up. He was looking for Carter. It's picked off. Albu over the line. Onside. He'll try to shoot one. That's blocked. McElmurray back with it. Up for Hartman. Hartman to center red. He's got to get it deep here. He will. A bouncing puck. A good dump in there. A rolling puck. Those are tough for goaltenders sometimes.
They can take that tricky bounce, and you never know where it'll go.
Lynn tries to weave through a couple of Penguins. As he'll then center one across. He was trying for Albu. It'll be Starr coming away with it. And now McFall pulling it right away from a Flyer. He'll stream up the outside. Inside move. He'll shoot one high and just missed the near side post.
Oh, looks like we got a Flyer player down there, Jer, behind the net.
Oh,
Awkward hit in the boards when he lost his edge.
Hope he's okay. I'm not sure who it is. Looks to be a bit in distress. I didn't see it. I didn't catch it on the replay here at all.
He was trailing one of the Pens, lost his edge going around the cage, and slammed into the boards.
McCormick getting up.
Good to see that he's all right, off on his own power.
Yeah, just kind of caught a rut, it looked like. He'll head off. Faceoff will come at center. 6:04 to play. The second period.
This has been a quick game thus far.
They're waving at Shub. He's literally on the line. This guy loves to reassess the wingers there. As Lynn will dart in onside, poked away by Starr.
Chuby, nice stick.
Puck shot wide of the Penguins' net. Starr over to it. In a battle. Everett comes off the wall. Villella will take it away, though. Banked off the wall. Kept at the line by Schulberger. He'll send it heavy right into the chest of Villella, but a play down low. Short side shot. Kept out by Clutter. The puck gloved by Lynn, set down and cleared by the Penguins.
Looks like that went off the stick of Preston as he put his blocker up in the air.
McFall putting on the speed. He scores. And MJ McFall has gone plaid. Ludicrous speed. Go. He goes down the outside, goes forehand to backhand, and finds the top part of the cage to give the Penguins a 1-0 lead. MJ McFall.
MJ needed that one on the weekend. He's been working hard, and it finally pays off.
Great play there by McFall, showing off that speed. Penguins will take that 1-0 lead here.
Pens are working hard. Let's keep the mojo going.
It'll be Filiaggi winning it. Minsky and Ofterheide will partner up here. Aldo come under pressure. Send it up off the boards. It'll miss Reel. No icing. Be gathered in by Yale. Yale under pressure from Filiaggi, now Evans. He'll fire it up for Cristini. He touches it out the center, but Ofterheide will be there to pick it up. He looks for Filiaggi, squaring up at center. It'll be swiped in actually by Johnson. Evans up on Yale, the forecheck. It forces a turnover to Reel. Reel will send one in. Filiaggi poked it away from the goaltender, just couldn't gather it in. Kaminsky will keep it won't keep it alive. It'll be an offside play, and the Penguins will have a neutral zone draw.
That was another one of those awkward bounces there. Goalie thought he had it under his glove.
Face-off will be in the neutral zone here. Penguins will win the face-off. It'll be Evans with speed, tossing it all the way behind the net. McCormick tracking it. McCormick back on the ice. Evans to it behind the net. He'll battle down low. Ian Schulberger as it comes free to Reel. Back for Evans. Back a one-timer back in front. A give and go out of the corner as Filiaggi is crunched and sent to the ice.
Play to the whistle. How you're taught.
4:27 to go in the second.
Shots on goal have climbed up here, Jer. 17-12.
So have the people online. 63,842 streaming live right now. Make sure you click that subscribe button below as we have added subscribers here.
It's electrifying.
Fagan good for ratings. That's what I hear. Alfterhide gets bumped from behind. It'll be McCormick with the puck. Chopped out of the air by Filiaggi. It'll come free to Everett for Philly. Filiaggi back on the pressure as Reel get control. He's tied up and the Flyers come in. Alfterhide using the body there to separate the puck. He's got it behind the net. Up for Reel. Across for Filiaggi. He one touches it to Evans. Evans trying to poke it deep. Be ridden along the wall. He'll be able to get it all the way in and stay with it. Evans working out of the corner now. He'll protect to the outside. Reversing to Julius for a shot. That's off of a shin pad, but he gets it right back. Second attempt gets into the paraphernalia and is held.
Hey, what if that defensive player was any taller? Cam Evans could have skated right underneath his legs and kept going.
Good scoring chance there for the Penguins defenseman Julius.
They are on fire right now, Jeremy.
Face-off will be in the Philly end. Jack Reel stepping off the ice here. He needs a skate change, I'm not sure. Julius will wind and fire one.
Ooh, that was off a player there.
Might have been deflected by Parrish. It'll come to the corner. Christine fired all the way up the spank. He tries to cut to the middle. Hartman will follow on. Good poke here by Kotzen. Putting one in front. Penguins whack at it. It'll be Merlot coming away with it. All the way out the center. The Flyers will put it in on an offside play.
Good call by the ref there.
Good play there by Merlot to see the space and get it all the way out the center. It results in an offside coming back the other way. Flyers will control the faceoff. Yale will gain the zone. Bended to the outside by Julius. Rolling puck. Ends up off the side of the cage. Popping free to Parrish. Parrish to Hartman. Hartman back to Parrish. Can he break free? He's got that same kind of speed as he'll pull it forehand, backhand to forehand. He's hauled down on the play. We'll play on. The Dads in the end zone want a call. Will be Hartman taking a high stick there, but making a play to get up ice. Rugger for the Flyers to the line. He'll dump it in. Merlot back to get it. Oh, he'll be beaten to the puck there, twisting out of the corner. Trying to center one. Clutter will pounce on top of it.
Good look by Preston there. Covering up that post, keeping that from going in. Preston's looking very sharp tonight.
Reel back on the ice. He looks faster.
10 pounds faster, maybe?
It'll be a D-zone face-off now for the Penguins. McElmurray and Gostick on the ice with Shuby, like the Bash brothers. The lucky sevens on the back end. McElmurray will pop it back to the corner. Starr turning with it, firing it up the wall. Comes off of a stanchion, and Gostic's able to clear the zone. Trading off with with Gostick. Montgomery jumped up on that forecheck. Now it'll be Shub at center. Trying to send it all the way across. I think it came off the skate of Gostick. Here's Starr. To the line and deep. No icing the call.
I think it was clearly past the line on that one.
As it's sent up by the Flyers, Villella will pick it up in the Penguins' end. He's under forecheck pressure by a pair. Delmery circling back into the Penguin zone to get control. He's under pressure from behind now.
Great concentration.
Here's Shub with a heavy shot off of a stick. Rebound, he'll just battle for it down low. The Bulldog searching for that one was Shuby. Flyers clear, but no further than Stars. The Penguins ratchet up the pressure here. Starr bumped on the play. We pinned against the boards. There's this guy walking weirdly in front of us, reaching into his coat pocket. That was weird.
Shady.
Anyway.
Shady.
Banked off the boards out the center. Gostick over for it.
Oh,
He'll
there's
run into Johnson. We get, what's the whistle for? Offside?
That appears to be.
I think maybe the Flyers were changing there. Had a player still in the zone.
Gostick is a strong force when he's out there.
Liagi at the faceoff dot. Lynn will win that one. That comes Everett. He's pass was behind Albu. How's that not offsides? No call nonetheless. 50 seconds remain here.
Good glove by Preston. Make sure nobody touched it.
Liagi to the faceoff. Poked forward by McFall. Gathered in by the Flyers. A shot deflects wide of Clutter. Althright will get to it. Evans tried to chip it to the middle. He can, and it'll come out to center off of Lynn.
MJ doing a good job there to force it out of the zone.
Kaminsky across to Ofty. Back to Kaminsky. Up for Filiaggi. One touches it to Evans. Evans in onside. Sauces one. Backside for a shot from McFall. That's off the side of the cage. A nice area pass there. Found McFall, who's been all over the puck today. 17.1 seconds left in the second.
Is it your birthday today?
It is not. Nowhere near my birthday.
Good jam, though. Very good jam.
It is somebody's birthday. Just not mine.
There's a whistle on the face-off there. Looks like we're going to redo.
It'll be Evans to the dot. Fall to it in the corner. He's working down low. Evans follows on to force it further. Counterattack by the Flyers will be picked off by Evans. Bouncing puck gathered in by Yale. As the horn sounds, will end the second period. The Penguins coming back in shots. So the beginning of that period, the Flyers get 7 shots in the first 5 minutes. Since then, only 2. And it's been the Penguins who were at 7 shots and add 7 more. So they're at 17-14 according to the shot clock. And the Penguins, more importantly, able to strike and get a goal.
That was a great period by both teams. Penn's coming out on top for that period. Zeke's back out on the ice there, Jer. It's like he's doing a little ice maintenance for his own goal minder.
Working on the net. Zeke does have a minor from the University of Goaltending in net maintenance.
Icetology?
Yeah, icetology. The icetologist, Fegan.
He's hard at work in there.
All right, the Penguins getting third period of ice here from head coach Kevin Muller as Nolan Trebetta talks to the goaltenders. And on the other bench, it's head coach Doug McCormick. He's flanked by Coach Al and Kevin Yale. So we're going to switch sides. We'll put 15 minutes on the clock, and we'll settle this on a 200 by 85-foot sheet of frozen water.
You're just listening to play-by-play. We're going to go right to left this last period.
63,000 of you streaming live. Not quite as active a chat as earlier, but way more streamers. We also want to welcome everybody in Canada, as these Flyer games specifically, a lot of Canadian families up north. So we welcome you on this Remembrance Day, as here in the United States we celebrate Veterans Day. We want to take a second and thank all the veterans out there. If you want to take a second and message out on the chat your favorite veterans, you can certainly do so. We'd love to recognize them as we honor their service to this great nation.
I'd like to reach out and thank all the veterans that I know and that have served for us. Thank you.
Puck paddled for down low in the Penguin zone. Flyers sent flying to the ice. We'll get an arm raised. It looks like the Penguins will head to the PK as Flyers will back out. Johnson pulling it out to center, setting it up with Yale. Not sure who's headed off here for Pittsburgh.
That was actually a smart move by the Flyers to gain control, but they're still down in their defensive zone.
Yeah, like an errant pass could end up back in that empty net as the Flyers go off sides. Cotton was a step over the line, so.
Now, if they put that puck in the net on their own, that count for us.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, if you put the puck in your own empty net after you pulled the goalie, it is a goal. It would go back to the last Penguin to touch it, which I could not have told you who that was.
Looks like Kaminsky's in the box. Not sure what he's guilty of.
Looks like they're motioning to that, like raising the arms up to the head thing, which, if that's the case, I like to see that consistently called.
It has been very inconsistent this weekend.
Now, with the offside play, though, the Penguins also get a bit of an advantage. It won't be a face-off in the Penguin zone. The face-off will be at center ice here. Well, in the neutral zone. Filiaggi to take it. Penguins force it back out the center. Filiaggi will pin Spang to the boards. A cross-ice feed bounces over Christini's stick. He'll wind up under pressure from Evans. Fired to the outside. Spang trying to pull it around one. Merlot will be there to prevent that from happening. And the Penguins chop at it but can't clear. Flyers twisting with it now in the Penguin zone as the Penguins had an opportunity to clear here. Hopefully that does not come back to bite them. As a shot will come through Clutter, and it does. There was an opportunity. Penguins got to get that out. The Flyers score on the power play. You can't keep giving them power play opportunities. They will capitalize, and it looks like Yale will get that one with the wrist shot.
I don't know if Preston was screened on one, couldn't see the puck where it was at, but it's in the net. We got a tie game here, 1-1.
That's what it looks like.
We're back to even strength.
Those little plays, though, lead to the big ones, and the Penguins unable to clear the zone. The Flyers gain possession, and what looked like one of the more harmless shots of the day, like you said, through a screen, through something, able to find a hole and find the back of the net, and it's a 1-1 game. The Penguins will try to recuperate here and get the lead back. Clutter sets it up behind the net. Go battle in deep. Starr off the boards, hits Hartman with it, but he'll gather the puck back in. Nice little feather over to Villela. Villela will find Hartman. Hartman popping it into the Flyer zone. It'll be McGordy back to get it. Sends it all the way around. The Flyer breakout stymied by the Penguins forecheck. Ultimately, McCormick comes away with it with speed up the near side. Villela keep him to the outside. A centering pass comes off the pad of Clutter.
Nice track there, Preston. Saw that one the whole way.
Villela ties up a Flyer. As Parrish sends it up off the boards, McCormick with a shot. Blocked.
Looked like Parrish took that one.
Flyers work it down low. A give and go out of the corner. Broken up by Hartman. Sent down low. Defended to the outside is Villela. It's in front. Rolling puck, and the Penguins
Still
clear
loose.
it. They will. It'll be Villela. No icing as the Flyers were changing. The Flyers had a player in their own zone there, and you're not going to get that call from the officials almost any time because they would determine that player, if he was in position, would have been able to play the puck.
We had some chirping in the stands here.
Schub will bank it off the boards. Now Gostick. Gostick up for Schub. Back to Gostick. Penguins are offside. Just offside at the line, and they would have had a chance there. A 2-on-1 was developing. I like these two together. These three, really, this like kind of crash unit. It's Montgomery, Gostick, and Schub, all big, physical, willing to, like solid, thick kids, willing to mix it up a bit. It'll be Montgomery at the dot. Take that back to Schub. He'll dump it in. And he jumps right on it.
Kind of reminds me of maybe a little slap shot there.
Yeah. Good stick by Montgomery on the forecheck to disrupt.
Little hustle and bustle by Cash.
Lynn and Yale will come through center together. Bended to the outside as Lynn cuts across the face. Shooting one back at Clutter. Rebound. Kept out as well. I think he got two on that one.
He was big on his knees there. Way to keep it out.
Ooh, Shuby just has his pass picked off. Here's the Flyers coming back. Penguins, I thought we're going to have a break as Lynn rings one off the iron. As Big Ben strikes one there.
Need to give that crossbar some love in Preston.
The Shuby flip will find Kaminsky. Kaminsky all the way across. Here's Montgomery with Gostick. Driving to the outside. Gaining body position. He'll shoot one in a puck that rolled off the heel. Flutters in. And it almost caught the goaltender who had his 5-hole open there for a brief second.
I thought for sure Cash was going to pop that one through, but it rolls up and lands on top of the leg pad.
It'll be an offensive zone face-off here for the Penguins. Tied up in this one. Third period action from Mentor, Ohio. Up to 73,000 now watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button. Click subscribe. Click subscribe. I love the chat here. Somebody cheering on both squads. I love that. As Merlot will fire it around behind. Crashing in real. Counter attack by the Flyers. Spang up the outside. He'll send it all the way across for McCormick. McCormick will gain the line onside. Merlot defending to the outside. He'll overtake the puck. And he and Filiaggio battle along the boards. Able to gain control, rim it all the way around for Julius. He fans on a pass, but is able to get the puck. Controlling to the corner as he sends it off of a Flyer player behind his own net. This time he'll get Real. Real. He can find him. He'll hit Evans as he comes through center. Weaving in. Pulling it around behind the net where he stops. Flicks it back to Jack Real. Real behind the net, in front. Rolling puck lifted the side of the cage by Filiaggio as the Penguins try to jam it in. It's covered up and held.
Let's go, Penguin fans at home. Give a big shout out to our boys. Cheer them on.
It'll be an offensive zone faceoff for the Penguins. Lucky Sevens on the back end. Puck controlled by the Penguins. Starr will fire it towards the net. It's knocked down. And back come the Flyers, breaking up ice. Creating a potential 3-on-2 as they peel off to the outside. Twisting to the corner and sending it in behind where it'll come free to Real. Real and Evans. Evans has it in his feet, and the Penguins will be offside.
Cam didn't agree with that one, but he's not wearing the stripes this time.
The faceoff will come in the neutral zone. It was the right call. He's definitely offsides. I think he was mad that he didn't control the puck. Paris swatting it to the wall. Valello will send it cross ice. Schulberger to it. Banking it off the board. Stepping up Starr. He'll crank it off the wall. Into the body of Schulberger. Following on Paris. Now it's booted forward by Hartman. Penguins Hartman. Wriggles in on net. Set up by Lou. Rugger turns with it in the Penguin or in the Flyers zone. Over to Schulberger. Up the outside comes Spang. Defended by Starr.
Great stick by Starr Z.
Expertly pull the puck away. Hartman along the boards. It's sent up and couldn't quite clear. Hartman will spin it back out to center. Kohlberger with it there. Under pressure from Paris. Hartman comes away with it. He'll find Paris. Can he get in? He just can't. Good defensive play there by Flyers. That was Yale as the Flyers send it all the way back to the Penguins' end. Chasing it down is McGordy with speed. Paris will pin a player to the wall. As a bouncing puck comes out in front, it's sent back behind the net once and twice by the Penguins. Third time it'll come free to Hartman. Hartman, the center red, carries in onside. Sends one up for McFall, who cut to the inside there. Good job. As the Penguins and Flyers are tied up, they go flying into the net, and that net will come off. 8.5 to play.
Hartman had the right look there. He had McFalls ready to go.
8:26 to play. It'll be McElmurray with Shuby and Carter.
Gripes is being very demanding on this face-off.
Hey, he keeps turning to set those backside wings up.
Almost
I wish
like
we could have used that guy in the last game when we got cross-checked on the backside every time.
Right? Almost like he had eyes in the back of his head on that.
Here's Ofty. Down the wall, shoot. Takes a bump and plays it further. Penguins up on that forecheck as they almost had it come free to McElmurray. Penguins right back on the forecheck, pitting two Flyers to the walls, Carter. Flyers rim it around to Kaminsky. He'll keep his shot down low.
It's loose.
Battled for in front. Free puck. It'll be Carter behind. He's knocked away, but kept by Ofterhide. In front for Carter. It just goes through. The Flyer counterattack, getting up ice fast. Confidence on their ability to clear there. But the Penguins could have poked that free. They would have had a potential 3-on-1 in behind. Here's Kaminsky now. Trying to go up the wall. He'll have it knocked away. Working to try to get it back as there's a centering pass off of a Penguin defenseman and cleared by Ofterhide. Kept by Rugger at the point. Ofterhide working. Able to clear it out of the zone. Lynn will turn it back in. Onside between the legs of a defender. In on Clutter, who keeps it out with the pad. And he'll get a mid on top to get a whistle.
Preston doing a great job to keep focus on that puck. Maintain control.
It's Penguins Flyers here from Mentor, Ohio.
Shots on net are now 20-17 in favor of the Flyers. 1-1, 7:04 left here in game.
We want to thank Madman Hockey for hosting this weekend's showcase. Penguins will conclude play tomorrow with a game against the Cleveland Barons, hometown Cleveland Barons. The Penguins gain the zone. It's Real onside. Putting it to the corner, trying for Evans. Read by Yale and intercepted. Back come the Flyers through center. Yale will carry to the outside, leaving for Lynn. Lynn's centering pass. Found a spinning Albu. It'll come off of him in on net and covered up by Clutter.
Jeremy, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these boys on both teams have played hockey together in the offseason. Am I not correct?
Yeah, these teams, and against each other a lot. This is probably our most common opponent, especially through things like COVID, where you were restricted with state line travel and things like that. These teams have played against each other a lot. Also, a lot of these players do play at times with each other at different camps, teams. A lot of respect, but also a lot of compete. You can see a complete level of compete. Like, they want to. Each of these players want to win this game from their buddy. So Evans able to pick one up. He comes in, looking, winding, firing, hitting short side, but tracking it well. Lou to keep the puck out.
A nice blocker save.
Filiaggi come off the wall, getting it to the middle, chopping at it. Real Evans with a shot. Comes off up high. Filiaggi off the side of the net.
That is off again.
Filiaggi works in behind. The referees have not blown the play dead here. Julius back for Real. Down for Evans. All the way across. He was trying for the fine line and just getting a stick on it at the last second was a Flyer. Back to the corner. Filiaggi will spin out. Looking in front. Defended well, but he maintains control. In front, Evans, wrist shot, blockered away, rebound is over the line. The Penguins have scored.
Get another one.
It's the real deal, Jack Real at the side of the cage as Filiaggi found Evans. Evans shot one. The goalie got to it, but the rebound drops down right to the side of the net. And Jack Reel, Johnny on the spot. And, oh, baby, sausage and gravy, the Penguins.
How about a little,
Back in front by a goal.
how about a little Ric Flair on this one?
Woo! Love it. I love it.
Great work, boys.
Elena chiming in, let's go Pens. And number 58, Mr. Gostick. We call him Mr. Gostick. If you ever met him, you would call him Mr. Gostick too.
For sure. Now you're going to get it, Bobby.
It'll be Rugger for the Flyers as the Penguins lead by a goal. 5.5 to play. Kaminsky hits a flyer in front of the bench. That was McGordy, a bouncing puck kicked down by Schulberger. Battled for by Hartman. Gostick bumped. Battling along the wall here. Penguins are probably more than happy to let time tick here, as Hartman will get sat on by Devyakin.
I think that one went a little too long there, but it was blown dead.
And I think once you start seeing players' skates up in the air, especially given the recent tragedy in England, you got to get that whistle blown there.
I can't agree more.
Looks like we have a Dylan Hartman fan out there too, Mason. Keep those chats coming. Remember, thank your veterans on here. Thank your veterans if you see one. And we're up to 77,844 fans watching live right now. So the Penguins lead 2-1 with 5:10 to go. Shot will go wide of the net. A one-timer by Yale. Goes all the way through. Gostick will poke it out. Can he win the race? It's Gostick and Johnson. And it'll be tied up by the Flyers. Puck taken away at center by Paris. I'll kick it back to Kaminsky. As we get an arm raised, it'll be Matty Lynn headed off, I believe.
Looks like some punching to the head and the back
Matty
there on
Lynn
that one.
threw a punch to the back of Paris, and he's going to get caught. So the Penguins will head to the man advantage.
You cannot do that. The ref's watching.
Certainly the right call. He was frustrated. He got pinned against the boards. Puck was taken away on a physical play. Frustration coming through, and the Penguins will have a man advantage with 4:51 to go.
Well, I've noticed the past few games, Jer, that snow along the boards by the benches can work to your advantage and disadvantage.
Yes, definitely. Like a shout out for Jake Starr. And Dalton Julius.
Keep them shout outs coming.
We got a Jack Reel fan out there. Isn't everybody a Jack Reel fan? I know I am. It'll be swiped all the way down, icing if it's far enough.
There we go.
And it is. Jack Reel with the go-ahead goal.
4:47 left in the third here. Pens up 2-1. We are on the power play.
Penguins will need to stay on the defensive side of the puck here nonetheless. Flyers team can be dangerous. They don't want to get too far out of position as a shot comes in from Filiaggi. Evans thinking at the side. It'll be pushed all the way through the crease by Reel, gathered in by Filiaggi up to the point, Kaminsky. Kaminsky across to Ofterheide. Ofterheide right down low. Evans. He'll go back to Ofterheide. Good job. Now he's got space. Quarterbacking from the top. Over to Evans. Evans looking all the way across. He'll find the stick of Reel. Reel just had his back to the cage, and the Flyers will throw it out the center. It'll come off of Ofty. Coming out, Clutter to play. He'll fire it all the way up out of the zone.
Great play by the goal minder there.
Filiaggi finds Reel. Reel back for Filiaggi. His one-time shot blocked by the Flyers. Reel back to it. Across for Evans. He'll ramp off of Schulberger's stick, and he'll gather it in. Controlling in behind the Penguins net. Or Flyers net, sorry. Then up high off the boards as they try to spring a player. It'll be Spang with it. Across for Cristini for a rising shot that just goes over the cage. That was about 4 feet 2 inches.
I think Preston may have got a little bit of a blocker on that one. Not quite sure, but nonetheless, it is our puck right now.
It'll be McCormick hitting Filiaggi and taking the puck away. Up on the forecheck comes Hartman. Now Goss. I think that's Goss. No, that is Gostick. Flyers counterattacking short-handed. Rugger. shoot one towards the middle, tackle a player, 2 Flyers down behind the play. Gostick weaving through, onside play at the line. 3-on-3 developing here for the Penguins as Gostick carries it around, looking in front. He'll bank it off the back of, I think it was a defender there, trying to get it to go in towards the net. Penguins with 4 players back. Hartman hustling back as well as it's dumped in behind the Penguin net. Starr all the way around to get it. He'll go up the wall looking for Hartman. But the Flyers, the Penguins have to go towards the puck here. You can't be going away from it. Not late in this game. They're going to be activating everything and everyone. As it's pinned by Yale, Hartman will battle. Comes free to the Flyers for a shot that is into the paraphernalia and held by Clutter.
Preston ate that one up like you wouldn't believe. He had perfect vision of it, giving us a little bit of a breather here to regroup. 2:40 left.
We want to thank you for joining us here on City TV. We've got cameraman, the award winner, the fine wine, the big fine wine, the Magnum fine wine.
Uh-oh, looks like the Pens got to put some
Merlot.
tired bodies back out here.
We've got producer Nick Paris, color by Dave Fekinen, play-by-play by Jeremy Evans. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you click that subscribe button for us. Click subscribe, click subscribe. I love the chat action. Shot towards the Penguins net. That's gloved, and now we'll get a line. The Penguins will be able to change the lines they wanted.
I want to give a quick shout out to my family that's down in Florida. My niece, Caroline, I was just told, is laughing at me while I make some calls here. Love you guys. Cheer us on.
It'll be the Penguins off their high, firing it up off the glass. It's no icing, they're going to say. I don't know why that wouldn't be icing. Oh, it didn't go far enough. Well, that's why. And there's McFall showing off that speed again. He gets a short side chance. He'll poke it further.
MJ bumping and grinding here.
And he's having a day. Just
yes,
a
he
day.
Is.
Hartman will come up the outside. Good gap by Ofterhead as a shot will come in down low. Good rebound control there by Clutter to kick it all the way to the wall. Schulberger sends one in off the hand of McElmurray.
Coming up on 2 minutes left.
Up the wall, lifted but not out. Shot in, Clutter catches it off the check, cradles it in the glove, and the Penguins get a whistle and a face-off.
I look for the Flyers to be pulling their goalie here shortly, try to get that tied goal.
I expect within the next 30 to 45 seconds, they have plenty of firepower.
Pens can get it out of their zone and keep it deep. We may not have to worry about that extra player.
Yeah, Penguins need to smart plays, getting it up and out of the zone. Number one, most important thing. Then one guy on the forecheck and staying on the defensive side of the puck, making the Flyers come through 3, 4, 5 Penguins before they can get the Clutter. Off their height, will rim it all the way around. Crashing down. Real couldn't quite get to it, so Yale will keep it. Shot by the Flyers, comes through traffic, it's in front, and they'll score. It's Cristini.
I don't know. We might have a team taking out their own player up against the wall there.
Able to get one and tie the game with 1:45, so we don't have to worry about an empty net here. We need to worry about the Penguins coming back.
That was a huge goal by the Flyers. Pens trying to get some strategy going here. We got the Blazing Sevens back on defense. A little confusion on the Flyers side there. Not sure who they wanted out.
It'll be Filiaggi at the faceoff. They'll wave Lynn out of the circle. It'll be Spang stepping in. Still Filiaggi. Filiaggi will win it cleanly. Villela to Starr. Starr over for Real. Gathered in by Yale. Al McCormick. Under pressure by Evans. Scoots around him. Darts inside of Filiaggi. Flyers set up. They're trying to maybe have a miraculous comeback here. A wraparound kept out. Rebound sent in. Another rebound, and there it is. It'll be Lynn with a backhander. And the Penguins now trailing.
Frustration. Preston in awe. Preston cannot believe what just happened.
I don't think any of the Penguins can.
Cam was a little upset there. It looked like he had everything to help keep that out.
Timeout, Penguins.
Shots on net, 27-20.
In favor of Philly.
1:23 left, score 3-2. In front of us right now, we got two teams getting ready to battle off after we're done.
It's off one, and that's icing. No icing, no call. It'll be Starr behind. Over for Evans. Evans to the middle, has it knocked away by Lynn. We'll try a second time, this time off their high. Up for Paris. He'll pull it around. Couldn't quite gain the zone. A bouncing puck gathered in by Philly. Connected to the outside. They'll battle. Flyers come away with it. Evans on the forecheck, supported by Paris. Schulberger able to get it to the Penguin line no further. Alterheide and Starr play catch.
45 left.
Alterheide off the boards, Paris. Paris will backhand it all the way around. Lou out to set it up.
We got an empty net, Jer.
They'll come past Evans high in the air. This is deflected by Starr. Here come the Flyers back through center with an empty net. Diving at it. And they score an empty netter. And this game, I mean, literally how many? 3 goals in the last 2 minutes, 1 an empty netter.
What a shocking turn of events here. Still time on the clock here. It can be done.
27 seconds remain. It'll be Alterheide, off the wall, chopping at it, Gostick. Hartman, he's lit up. He is hammered
Big hit.
by
He is
Schulberger.
down.
Let's hope he is okay as he's getting up.
That was a blistering hit. He's moving.
He's up and okay. He heads back to the Penguin bench.
Not quite sure about that one. 16.3 left on the clock.
It'll be Gostick to take the faceoff. Chopped in. Carter. Now Gostick has it knocked away. It'll be Alterheide to it, back for Gostick. Bouncing puck, controlled by Starr. And the Flyers will come back in comeback fashion to take a 4-2 win, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. Penguins will need to recover. They'll play tomorrow against the Cleveland Barons right here from Mentor, Ohio. Join us then here on Cine TV.